Hi everybody, Dan Oman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free, exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING, get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features, including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator, exclusively on DRF Bets.
Hi everyone, it's Santa Anita Derby Day, Saturday at Santa Anita. 5 graded stakes races, 2 other stakes races for Cowbreds, and we'll be talking about the 5 graded stakes races today on DRF Video. And the first post time on Saturday is early, 12 noon first post. It's a 12 race card, lots of action on Saturday at Santa Anita. And the first graded stakes race happens to be in the opener. It's the Grade 2 Monrovia Stakes for fillies and mares. This will be run on the downhill turf course for the first time since 2018. It's been run on the flat the last few years, but we're back on the hill. And historically, this race has been quite predictable. 7 of the last 11 Monrovias run on grass were won by the favorite. And in fact, some very good fillies have won this turf sprint, including Tuscan Evening, a Grade 1 winner. Misdirection and Belvoir Bay, they both won the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. They also won the Monrovia. This year's field, a field of 6. It's the smallest Monrovia field since 2013 when Misdirection won the race. And let's take a look at the field. It's a field of 6 and kind of a modest group, I should say. And the pace scenario is going to be very modest as well. There's no real true confirmed front runner in the field. Number 1, Alice Marble, has tactical speed. So does number 6, Royal Address. All the other 4 starters, they all rally from behind. It makes analysis of this turf sprint a little less clear because you'd like to project who is going to be on the lead. I think I know who's going to be on the lead, and we'll talk about her in a couple minutes. She happens to be my top selection. But let's go through and talk about the contenders in this field, including a filly that I think could possibly slip through the cracks, and that's Royal Address. And the reason she could slip through the cracks is because all she did last time out is win a 2 other than, and now she's jumping up into a Grade 2 stakes race. It's a pretty big climb for Royal Address. Let's take a look at her most recent start. It was in a 2 other than, and she was the 8-5 favorite. She was forwardly placed, pressing the pace, and that's key because, like I said earlier, this race, the Monrovia, does not have a whole lot of speed. Royal Address generally is forwardly placed. She goes by the pace setter here in deep stretch. She holds off Big Sweep. In fact, she doesn't hold off Big Sweep. She was drawing away from Big Sweep late. Kind of a convincing win by Royal Address. Now, can a horse go from a 2 other than into a Grade 2? Of course they can, especially in a sprint. In sprint races, established class is not as important as it is, say, in a 2-turn race. In a sprint race, the most important elements are current form and speed. Now, with regards to speed, that 84 Beyer speed figure that Royal Address earned last time out is probably not going to get it done. But a year ago, or I should say last fall, she earned an 88 at Belmont Park. She has run fast enough, Royal Address has. She is sharp right now. She has a forwardly placed running style. She's not my top choice, but I can see making a wager on Royal Address if she starts somewhere in the 8-1 range. There are other more accomplished horses in the field, including a couple that are shipping in from out of town. And let's talk about the first one of those. Her name is Brook Marie. She's trained by Eddie Keneally. Keneally has started 6 horses in graded stakes races at Santa Anita in his career. He's based in the Midwest. The first one hit the board. The next 5 were out of the money. But he brings in Brook Marie from the Midwest, and Brook Marie is pretty good. In fact, she's better than good. She's won 5 out of 14 starts, and we're going to take a look at an allowance race. She won 3 starts back at Keeneland, and Brook Marie, it was on a good turf course, so she kind of liked a little bit of give in the ground, and she was up on the lead this day, Brook Marie was, racing virtually gate to wire, her 2nd consecutive win. This was coming in off a long layoff, and Brook Marie dug in, and she won in resolute fashion by a half length. A good solid comeback win. She would come back in her next start and rally from behind to win a stakes race at Fairgrounds. And then next time out, I don't know if misfired is the right word, but she finished a distant third coming from off the pace. We showed the front running win by Brook Marie because just to indicate or illustrate that she can be forwardly placed. I'm not sure why she did not show as much speed in her last two starts, those being at Fairgrounds, but occasionally Brook Marie does have speed, and she should be able to use that, or if she can use that on Saturday, she could find herself in a forwardly placed spot, a good spot to be in a race likely to unfold at a tepid pace. Okay, Tobys Heart is the other shipper, and she's coming in from Florida. Tobys Heart is for trainer Brian Lynch. Let's take a look at the most recent sprint by Tobys Heart. It was at Kentucky Downs in September, and she was the 6-5 favorite. So yeah, she's supposed to win this race. But the thing about Tobys Heart is this: at 6.5 furlongs or less on grass, Tobys Heart has never lost. She's 4 for 4 at 6.5 furlongs or less, and this was her fourth consecutive win at that distance. This is a good filly. She's relatively lightly raced. She's only started 10 times. A decisive win. She stretched out for her next two starts, Tobys Heart did, and she was far less effective. Well, guess what? On Saturday, she's back doing what she does best, and that is sprint. It's her first start of the season. She was expected to run on March 12th at Gulfstream Park, but she scratched when the race was moved from turf to the main track. So Tobys Heart making her first start since December 26th. She has run well fresh in the past. She has credentials. She's a stakes winner, and she's looking to become a graded stakes winner on Saturday. When all is said and done, the horse to beat is probably the locally based Alice Marble. And the reason, well, several reasons, including the fact that she is already established on the downhill turf course, and she has a forwardly placed running style that could have her on the front end in the Monrovia. Let's take a look at the most recent start by Alice Marble. It was a restricted stakes race. It was called the Wishy Show, and Alice Marble was up there on the front end doing what she does best. She was pressing the pace, took the lead into the lane, and won by a half length over Stella Noir and Spirit of Bermuda. And this race followed a runner-up finish in a downhill race. The race we're watching right now was run on the flat, but two starts back, Alice Marble ran well, finishing second behind Legs Galore in the Sunshine Millions Filly Mare Turf Sprint. Alice Marble drew the inside post, no big deal. She's quick from the gate. Edwin Maldonado is aboard. You know that Maldonado likes to use horses' speed when they have speed to use. So I think Alice Marble is the horse to beat. I don't have a lot of conviction in this race, to be perfectly honest. The shippers from out of town are good. Brook Marie and Tobys Heart are good. And if Royal Address slips through the cracks, and when I say slip through the cracks, I mean in the 8-1 range, and I don't know if we'll get that on her. But Royal Address, a sharp allowance filly moving up in class from 2 other than to grade 2, she'll get my money. The most probable winner in the race is locally based Alice Marble. It's the opener on Santa Anita Derby Day Saturday, race number 1, the grade 2 Monrovia Stakes. I like Alice Marble. I might be betting on Royal Address. Race 1 Saturday at Santa Anita.